Brumbies, like wild horses everywhere, exist in social groups called bands, typically consisting of a mature stallion, some mares and their foals. The bands may be small, just two, a stallion and a mare, or three if a foal is present, or large with 7 to 8 adult members. In Australia, Brumbies are without natural predators. However, the Brumby retains an ancestral awareness of danger and still behaves like a prey animal. When approaching a waterhole, the lead horse will often stop and look around and sniff the wind before moving down to drink. Horses practice polygyny, and mares in a band will exclusively mate and conceive to only one male, the dominant or alpha band stallion. The band is a successful way of life for horses and is locked into their genetic makeup, their genotype. Unique to horses, bands are tight social units, staying together as they travel across the land. The band may be grazing, dozing in the shade, or trekking to and from water. Equus cabellus does not maintain and defend a territory. Instead, the territory is the band, a portable territory. The band travels across the country, discrete from other bands, but sharing with them an overlapping home range. Bands are stable across time, and some females will spend their entire life, after leaving their birth or natal band, in the same band. Acquiring and defending a band for several years is the hallmark of male reproductive success, as band stallions sire the most foals. An established band is a consort relationship between a stallion and one or more mares. There is strong fidelity within the band. The band stallion will exclusively mate with only his mares, and conversely, the mares will mate with no other but him. Evolution has selected mares and stallions that are loyal to each other. For mares, being in a stable single stallion band is the ideal. Mares are protected from foreign stallion sexual harassment and aggression. However, in this case, the aggressor came off second best. The band stallion ensures his mares are secure, and being content, they raise more foals to maturity. Mares become sexually receptive in the summer breeding months, and estrus, being in heat, lasts for several days. Estrus comes to all the mares in his band, but not at the same time. This maintains the interest of the stallion, and therefore his commitment to year-round defence of the band against other stallions. Sometimes a band is tagged by a second satellite stallion, who constantly watches the band and follows from a distance. From time to time, the band stallion challenges the satellite stallion to reinforce his dominance in ritual displays of aggression. Less common are multi-stallion bands, when a satellite stallion with subordinate status is present within a band. He is monitored by the alpha stallion, who tries to keep him away from adult mares. The satellite may get to mate with some mares in the band, but less frequently than the alpha stallion. Why do multi-stallion bands exist? Originally, it was thought that the stallions were cooperating in return for improved reproductive success and better band defence. However, the reverse has turned out to be true. The rate of aggression with multi-stallion bands is high. There is frequent fighting, and stallions even attack their mares. The members of multi-stallion bands are nervous and disturbed. There is less time for feeding, and greater effort is required by mares to maintain contact with their foals. Some are lost. The number of foals born to multi-stallion bands is less than within peaceful single-stallion bands. Additional stallions in a band are detrimental, not beneficial, to the reproductive success of the band. However, despite this, mares are as loyal to multi-stallion bands as they are to single-stallion bands. When a filly reaches sexual maturity and is in estrus, under no circumstances will she mate with any of the band males. She will be related to these males, and there is strong incest avoidance amongst horses. All the daughters born to a band disperse. They never stay with their mothers or father. Fillies are highly motivated to leave and find a non-related bachelor stallion. She will mate with him and form a consort union of her own. There is intense competition for single mares amongst bachelor males. Sometimes multi-stallion bands form as a byproduct of consort loyalty, when a filly mates with a second stallion after exhausting the first, and all three form a consort bond. Sometimes a band stallion will gather a dispersing young mare and add her to the mares already in his band. She will, however, have the lowest ranking and suffer aggression from the resident mares. Mares have an overwhelming urge to form relationships with unrelated stallions and join bands, irrespective of the number of stallions in the band. There is no evidence that mares discriminate between single and multi-stallion bands, even though mares in multi-stallion bands rear fewer foals, and stallions are more aggressive to mares in multi-stallion bands. The sons, however, will join a bachelor band, and it will be years before they have the skills, strength and testosterone-fueled aggression to acquire and defend bands of their own. Within bachelor bands, the young males play fight and hone the skills they will need when it comes to the real thing. An older, more dominant bachelor will even herd his fellow bachelors just as he would a band of mares. Brumby bands are continually on the move. A drawback to this obligation for travel, especially for desert Brumbies facing long distances during drought times, is the impact on newborn foals. A newborn foal stands and is suckled by its mother a few minutes after being born. The first milk is colostrum, sweet with energy and rich in life-preserving immune antibodies. At this time, mother and foal become imprinted on each other and form a tight maternal bond. They are inseparable. Any Brumby getting too close to her foal will get an ears-back angry attack or kick from the mare. Within a few hours of being born, foals must walk and run with the band as it travels across the country seeking pasture and water for survival. Evolution has equipped newborn foals with the hooves, legs and strength to accomplish long-distance travel, as long as foals stay close to their mothers. This is the most vulnerable time in the foal's life, and for the first 20 days, good mothers, particularly older mares, diligently stay close to their foals. The nutritional demands of lactation peak when the foal is 39 days of age. Older and wiser mares are more successful at raising foals than younger mares. Young foals are very demanding of their mothers and suck the rich milk from the two teats of the udder every 20 to 30 minutes throughout the day and night. Brumby mares make 8 to 12 litres of milk per day. If the foal is too rough when sucking from the udder, the mare will discipline the foal with a nip on the bottom. A hungry foal will sometimes run in front of its mother and block her walking to make her stand and suckle. Horses are a long-lived species with a long period of maternal investment, and play is common in both domestic and feral foals. Explaining the evolutionary significance of play has proved elusive. Most hypotheses include the enhancement of musculoskeletal development and cardiovascular fitness, practicing specific fighting skills, building communication skills and social relationships. Male foals tended to initiate play and play more often. Hours of play fighting are a feature of life amongst bachelor bands. Later in life, males will need refined motor skills to win stallion battles and start and control a band of their own. Play also between the sexes teaches males to be competent at interacting with females, as well as fighting with other males. The end result is a young adult equipped to survive in its environment and successfully taking its place in horse society to reproduce its species. At times, desert Brumby mares may be both heavily pregnant yet still lactating to nourish a foal at foot. This enormous energy drain takes its toll, and mares are often reduced in body condition to skin and bone, wasting away in order to give their foals a start in life. A mare without a stallion and alone with foal at foot is vulnerable to attack. Here, a young stallion with a single mare and its newborn foal is unable to withstand an attack from an aggressive bachelor and is driven away. Only interested in the mare and not the foal, whose genes are not his, the bachelor tries to bully the mare away. She puts up a vigorous defence. Suddenly, the stallion bites the foal in the back and tosses it into a gully. Unable to see the full profile of the foal, the confused mare succumbs to the aggression of the stallion and is driven away to form the nucleus of a new band. Her lactation will dry up, and within 7 to 10 days she quickly will come into season, mate with her new stallion, and carry a foal bearing his genes into the next generation. Later, the orphan foal approached another band, but was aggressively rejected by the mares with foals. The band will only expend energy on behalf of its own genetic investment. Even the band stallion attacked the foal, showing how intense is the drive to protect the band's genes. The incident shows the vital importance of the maternal bond between mare and foal. If the foal is separated from its mother and bond is broken, the foal has no hope of survival. There is no altruism amongst horses. If a foal becomes an orphan, it will die, as no other mare will adopt it. Only abandoned foals older than 110 days survive without their mother.